Welcome back to Murdle Mystery. Today's episode, The Case of the Body in a Drafty Room. Now, why did that sound familiar? Because of the last video, where there is a drafty room. So, Inspector Irratino had told Logico that Mondays were an acquired taste, which is like a repeat reference again, but Logico thought he was joking. Take this one for example. One of the locals had been killed in a tiny resort town. So, what we have here is 4 suspects. We have Secretary Celadon, Uncle Midnight, once again, MX Tangerine, and Brother Brownstone. For the weapons, we have a deck of Marot cards, which is like tarot cards, a laptop, which is what I'm using to record videos and all that stuff, a snow globe, which doesn't look like a snow globe, and a walking stick. Lastly, we have 3 locations that is familiar to the junior Myrtle, except for one. We have the trailhead, we have the gift shop, the boutique hotel, and the 5-star restaurant. Each suspect brought one weapon to one location, but only one was a murderer today. Logico knew that proper deduction could only come from an analysis of evidence. The murder took place in a drafty room, which I know for sure that it is the boutique hotel, because it says drafty. So let's go ahead and put the boutique hotel as one of the accusations. Now let's figure out the rest of the clues. And pardon me if you hear the fan making certain noises. It just happens. Analysts discovered traces of a weapon made of paper on the clothing of Secretary Celadon, which means she must have had this weapon. So let's check these out. This is made of paper. This is made of metal and plastic. This is made of metal, glass, and water. And this one is just made of metal. And we get to draw three now for some reason. I don't know if this is a hint or if it's telling us of who could it be. Let's find out. Apparently, Mayor Honey has a clipboard at the locomotive. But what does have anything to do with this case? I don't know. But what I do know is that we must return to the original case. Otherwise, this will be a problem. So, let's try this again. The boutique hotel is one of the rooms where it took place, and Secretary Celadon has the merit cards. Next up, Uncle Midnight was in a place reference in Dame Obsidian's famous unauthorized autobiography. Let's read what it says. It says, as a detective writer, I am often asked about the night in question. How do I explain how shortly after the crime took place, I was seen in the gift shop? Okay, the gift shop. But what does it have anything to do with this? Interesting, this would later provide the inspiration for my best-selling whodunit, The Terrifying Tale of the Lonely Vicar. But that's a story for another time. A lonely vicar. Let me check to see. So Brother Brownstone was at the church. No, Brother Brownstone could possibly be a vicar, but it didn't say exactly. Well, technically it says a monk. What about Uncle Midnight? Apparently, Uncle Midnight was placed in a gift shop. So we're going to assume that's what Dame Obsidian was trying to tell us, even though I'm not sure of it. So that crossed out everyone who is not at the gift shop. A snow globe was not found at the trailhead. So that's out. Next up, a key from a keyboard was found in a gourmet kitchen. So the laptop was at the five-star restaurant. Lastly, analysts discovered traces of a weapon made of glass on the claw of the clothing of Brother Brownstone. Excuse me. So, just to make sure if this is accurate, it's definitely this one, the snow globe. So it's definitely the snow globe because it's made of glass, while the rest is made of metal and paper. However, we still don't know exactly which weapon that was used in the boutique hotel and who done it. So we're definitely going to have to use a hint, unfortunately. Yes, I am aware that the five-star restaurant has a laptop. And what is this? It seems that the snow globe is somewhere at the boutique hotel. So this could mean only one thing. This could mean only one thing. This is where like all of this happened. This is where the snow globe could have been Brother Brownstone this whole time. I do not know for sure. I have my doubts, but let's find out. It is Brother Brownstone. Because even though I use a hint, there's also a clue that states that the analysts discovered traces of a weapon made of glass on the clothing of Brother Brownstone. So it's quite obvious. And there's this hint that tells me that a snow globe was at the boutique hotel. Which leads to one question. What happened to the cards and the walking stick? Who knows, but who cares? Because we solved the case even though I have to use the hint. While Brother Brownstone protested his innocence, he could not withstand the breathtakingly logical arguments are deductive presented, and he confessed under the pressure. I confess, and therefore I am forgiven. He announced, excuse me. Deducted logical, watch him be led away, knowing it was the last he would see of him. And that is the end of this case. And I solve it in about 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Because I have to look up at the merit cards or tarot cards, whatever you want to call it. But that's it for today's mystery of the original Murdle. Thank you all so much for watching and have a wonderful day.